worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, back to the heavyweights, right? Every other day are three undefeated heavyweight champions with an S on it. Three of them. Three undefeated. Same division. Ridiculous. Well, trying to get them unified, fight each other. We're getting close. Remember, we were talking about Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua. It's close, then we got to very close. I told you this week is going to be extremely close. But word from the promoter from Joseph Parker, Dave Higgins, is we ain't never been closer. So that's where we are then. So basically what we're going to do, we sum it up and say they're close already. We won't talk about it again until it's signed. Right? We'll do it like that. But they seem to be very, very close. So, Dave Higgins, the promoter, promoters going to get their promoter hats on. We know that. So it's just a promoter of Joseph Parker. First of all, let's get that up front. But he said, you know what? What did he say? That they sending their glass goose to the slaughter. All right? They gonna send their glass goose. And he explained why he called him a goose. And he explained why he called him glass. He says because it's been dropped so many times in training. All right? And nobody's rebuking that because it's there. It's been documented. But whatever training, still got to do it in the ring. So, it's interesting. They're talking now. Joseph Parker's camp, it's on now, more or less. And it's going to go on down in March or April. We've talked about that. Now, since it's getting closer, then it's about time to start saying who you think going to win and stuff like that and why. So, my first thing I'm going to tell you guys is this has late stoppage written all over it. For me, when I go through the scenarios, late stoppage for either side. That's what I'm doing. I decide when we get closer. I see a few more mental things coming into. But as of right now, if the guys were to step in the ring, I think it would be a late stoppage for either side. I think that, Joseph Parker basically said what he's going to do. He's going to lose that weight, outbox a little bit, stay on the outside. I think he has enough pop to land on Anthony Joshua here and there. Dillian White did it. So, and I think he's quicker than Dillian White, and I think he has about the same punching power. And he throws more combinations. So I think it's possible, right? So I think he's going to be on the outside, on his toes, and making Joshua move after him. So that's why I would think that would be late, right? A late stoppage. The same thing with Anthony Joshua. I don't think Joshua is so fast that he's going to come out and just overwhelm or hit him with a sniper type right hand. I think, he's going to be, this time he's going to be like, I'm 250-some pounds. Basically, I might put my hands up and try to get him in the corner or try to use his weight against him. Those thudding type jabs, those George Foreman type thudding jabs. Do things like that. Try to let him know, impose his will, weight, right? And I think that way he could probably stop him late if he does that. But we do know that Joshua has stamina problems. So that's why I think that Joseph Parker will have an advantage if it goes late. Right? But I do think a late stoppage can happen. And the reason why I say stoppage, not KO, not points, I think that both of these guys are undefeated. Both of these guys are hot commodities. Just because old boy doing his thing in another hemisphere, Joseph Parker, doesn't mean that all of Samoa and New Zealand are behind him. He takes pride in fighting for them. So he's a commodity. He's undefeated. Undefeated guys, their promoters, and nobody letting them get knocked out. Right? So what they do, that tile over there, that tile will go on the ring quick, right? Or, people waving fights off the referee pretty early. Don't need nobody to get hurt permanently, right? And you just lost one fight. Both of them are undefeated. Both of them mean something to their promoters, to their countries. So I think that's why a stoppage is going to happen. And I think a late stoppage is going to happen right now. We'll decide who when we get closer to the fight. But that being some news, the other news is, hey, it's a little bit closer than it was a few days ago. They just agreed on right now the percentages, which was kind of important, So I think everybody's happy with that. Let's see what goes forward. We still ain't figured out where it's going to be. That might irk somebody. So let's see what happens. But we're getting closer than we were last week. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.